can with myself and water and staying hydrated. So that is an everybody, welcome to the Wellness Over 50 vlog, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about using consistency to crush goals, and that is the affirmation as well. I'm going to be making a carrot juice right now while I talk a little bit about consistency. You all know I'm in fitness, wellness, I'm a skin coach, I'm a coach, but it doesn't mean I'm perfect. There's definitely weaknesses that I have, and I just try to be as real as I can with myself and to dial it in, right? There's times when I'm like, okay, I gotta work on it. Like for instance, sleep is something that I always need to work on. So I'm really trying to get consistent with my sleep schedule. You know, you set your timer, set an alarm for a half hour before bed, and then go through a routine, whatever works for you. I think I want more, actually. I always like to make a lot for juices and then I store it. And remember that I'm not a smoothie person, so I do like to use juices to add nutrients into my day. So yeah, consistency. So the other thing is, for me, my weaknesses are portion control with food. So portion control is a big one. So what works for me, and everybody's going to be different on this, I'm going to put a couple apples in just for some sweetness and extra fiber. So what works for me is using the MyFitnessPal app. It doesn't work for everybody, but it just gets me dialed in and being mindful of the foods that I'm eating and to not overeat, like when you're starving and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I got to eat everything in sight. I've tried to avoid that. So I do like to check in using the MyFitnessPal app. Not sponsored. I just really like the app. Lemon, and I washed it, scrubbed it really well, and I'm going to put the whole thing in. And maybe cut it in half to work it on its way there. And then I like a ton of ginger. So carrot, apple, lemon, ginger. And then I'm just cutting off a little bit. I did rinse it, but there's a little bit of dirt still. I do like to use the skin as well because there's nutrients in the skin. Even though I am straining this, and then of course the fiber that's in it, I'm kind of taking out. I know that. Then if I'm watching things like Top Chef, I love Top Chef, and then you watch the show and you're like, man, I'm hungry. And then you grab a snack and then you're going to bed right after that. And you're not supposed to eat a few hours before bed. I'm trying to get consistent with my 3 to 4 hour window before bed, not eating anything. But I'm also not so strict where, you know, if I taught a class at night, I'm gonna eat something afterwards. So that's kind of my little philosophies, and then what works for me. I'm not telling you to do the things that I do at all. I'm just telling you things that work for me. And so now I'm gonna fill this with water. So you know, when it comes to physical wellness, you have 3 components. You've got your sleep, nutrition, and movement. Movement has never been an issue for me. I've moved my whole life. Yes, I had my hips replaced, and I realize what pain is. And that's why I do like to share lower impact workouts, because really it is about the consistency and just being consistent. with the over 50 woman, menopausal women, all they're talking about right now is high intensity. And I disagree with that if you're not already consistent with your workouts. If you're not consistent, get there first, and then you can build on intensity. And if you have inflammation and arthritis, I do know what that's like. I have osteoarthritis myself, and I know what pain is. So maybe you are doing more repetitions, lighter weights to feel the burn. You do want to go to a point though where you feel like it's a challenge for your body, and at the end you're like, whew, I'm done. And when it comes to pain management, there is a scale. So you think if you're always in pain, 1 to 10 scale, what is your pain at right now? And then after you work out 2 hours later, what's your pain at? And if it's increased, it was too much. So for me, my weaknesses are definitely my sleep. I'm gonna dial that in right now. It's just so you know, it's May 6th. And I am like, okay, by the end of June, I really wanna think I feel really good, confident about my sleep and my overall nutrition. I do try to eat more plant-based. So I'm filling this up just to the point where all my fruits and veggies are, if you can see that. And now I'm gonna blend it, and then I'm gonna strain it. And I just like to strain it, you know, you decide your desired consistency. So yeah, and consistency can mean anything, you know, like I've told you already, like I'm trying to learn how to use my drone. And so just getting consistent with that, you know, so whatever it is for you, building that consistency, thinking about your goals, what they are, and all that fun stuff. Cheers. Yum. You can add sweetness to it, like honey, if you'd like. I like it very gingery and very spicy. It's awesome. I love it. And you have to have it in a fun glass too. Right now I'm going to record a couch Pilates workout because I really want fitness to be accessible for you and wherever you're at. Even if it's just like, I just don't feel like working out today, but I want to do little something, this is for you. So that's my next step, is recording a little Pilates workout. All right, let's do it. And you're starting to roll down. So tuck the pelvis a little bit, roll it down, up, and then you're actually gonna come up tall here. Another wellness weakness of mine is drinking water and staying hydrated. So that is another focus I have this month. Everyone can have healthy skin. It really is about building consistencies with our routines. And with that said, these are things that only take a couple minutes, and they can do wonders for boosting your confidence. So high frequency, I use it for scalp and hair health, for stimulating hair follicles. I also used it to boost collagen production. You want to use the orange glow wand, the neon wand, not the blue. The blue is for acne. Another home device that you can consider is microcurrent. You're going to want an FDA cleared device, but don't think of this as a life-changing thing. This is just something that you can do to help boost the energy of your skin cells. And then what that does over time is help with your healthy aging appearance. So it's going to help smooth the skin, help with a lifted appearance, but it takes time. And your at-home nano sprayer really is going to be about hydration and for the sensory experience. The last thing I'm going to say about skin health is to check in with your esthetician at least every quarter. So when the seasons change, they're able to analyze your skin and see what products you need. It's Taco Tuesday. Gonna cut some romaine for my lettuce. Very excited to have my own lettuce. This is only my second year doing this. I still have to find spinach too. Hopefully I'm doing this right too. I cut the outsides of the plant and keep the insides. I don't know. You tell me. Fun, yay. I'll have to show you all my plant collection sometime, but I do like to have herbs for all my meals as well. Always have herbs and spices. It's a little cilantro. Taco night.